morning. It's about 6:27 a.m. I got a flight at about 7:30. 7:30 roughly. It'll probably be more around 7:45. We were supposed to go up to Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, from Sheboygan. That would have been about a 30-minute trip up the lake shore. It's not looking quite good enough to be doing that though. As you can see in Sheboygan, well, if I scroll you down here, we've got VFR conditions. It's 10 miles visibility, 340 at 5, just peachy day. If we go up towards Sturgeon Bay, we've got low IFR. 3/4 mile statute. 3/4 statute mile visibility, vertical visibility 200 feet. So no good to go there. VFR definitely can't even, probably won't be able to get into IFR even. So I instead decided Wapaka was looking a little better. Still not great, but at least it's VFR. We'll probably be able to get in, though there is a little bit of marginal along the way. This is mostly just morning haze in the summer, so it might turn out to be that Sturgeon Bay in an hour from now is VFR. It could burn off, but I'm not going to bank on anything like that. Airport, first one in the lot. It's pretty normal. Normally my flight instructor doesn't get here until probably about 10 to 15 minutes before the flight time. Beautiful morning here in the hangar. Got the Cirruses. We normally have 3. Well, we do have 3. We don't normally have 3. We normally have 2. The third one is in limbo. Let's put it that way. It's getting fixed, and it's been getting fixed for a while. Flying this thing, 1963 Twin Comanche. I mean, we have a twin, and that's all about all I have to say about this airplane. It works, but it's not beautiful. I mean, got little stuff like that, and just kind of generally not impressive, but it works. I'm glad we have something, let's put it that way. Got the plane all pre-flighted. Just looking outside, trying to find my flight instructor. 7:30. Supposed to be here by now. Hopefully he'll be here soon. The weather, it's okay. A little bit hazy out there, like I said before. It's not lifting quite as fast as I would have hoped, but I think it'll be alright. Did pre-flight. Our right side auxiliary tank, we noticed there was fuel streaming out of it during the last flight. Quite a bit of fuel streamed out of it, let's put it that way. We never ran on the aux tanks, and those tanks hold 15 gallons, and the one tank, did I say left side? I meant right side. The right side aux tank is down to 3 gallons. So it lost 12 gallons of fuel, which is a lot of fuel to lose. And it's not like it wasn't tight. The cap was tight. Something's going on there. Not sure what. We're down to like 40 gallons of fuel, and it holds 84 gallons of usable fuel. So it's a little disconcerting. After one flight being down 44 gallons after 2 hours of flying, not even this thing should burn that much fuel. Otherwise, yeah, not much else to report, just waiting. Hopefully I'll get some in-air video. I need to get some in-air video or this won't go up. Last time we flew, I didn't get in-air video, and so I didn't post that video because you guys don't want to just hear me talking in a classroom. 7:50, no instructor. I don't know what else I could do. I got the plane out, got it pre-flighted. I'm not going to taxi over and fuel it up because, I mean, I don't have the fuel card. I could get it, but it's kind of something you want to make sure that it's okay with them that you're doing it before you go fuel an airplane, because that costs a couple $100 in this airplane's case. Airport life. You get here, you're supposed to fly at 7:30. You end up taking off at like 8:30, and you're like, well, there goes my morning. Oh well. What are you going to do? It's just the way it is. So I finally got in contact with my flight instructor after 30 minutes of him not showing up after he was supposed to. Apparently he forgot about the flight, didn't set an alarm sort of thing, so he didn't wake up. We're going to try again hopefully later on today, 5:30 p.m. We're going to switch it from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. He's got flights throughout the day otherwise. So, sucks, but moving on, figure it out, and go from there. And now that we don't fly for a while, go home, well, back to the apartment, get a little rest, even though I'm not really tired. I know I will be at 5:30, because I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. So go home, get a little rest, get some food, get some more planning done, and airplane up above. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, and then come back here and try it all over.
It's a 3,500. Nothing against that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Good idea. Yeah. Beautiful evening. Don't mind me, I'm just getting a little bit of video. Don't worry, I won't put you on camera.
Calling me ugly?
That way the warrant officers won't come after you or whatever. They'll recognize your face and be like, oh, there he is.
On my way back from the airport, had a mildly crappy flight tonight, made some mistakes. Forgot to bring flaps up on takeoff once. Forgot to bring gear up after takeoff, and we're climbing, and I'm noticing our vertical speed is not what it should be, and then I look down and, oh, you never brought the gear up. But, and of course the biggest mistake of them all that dwarfs the other mistakes was pulling the wrong prop control, which would have effectively killed the working engine in a engine out scenario which we were trying to simulate. So that was pretty monumentally stupid, but it was a rush thing. He said, you never feathered your engine, and then I reached down, grabbed the wrong thing, not even thinking about it. Never done that before, hope to never do it again, but it's a learning experience. On my way back to the apartment, hopefully have a little bit of relaxation and try to forget about, not forget, but relax, you know, learn from the experience and move on. Never make that mistake again, hopefully. Just overall, not the best flight in the world, but you have those sometimes. It's the way it is in flying. Some days are great, some days are not. The fact that I woke up really early this morning and didn't really get any rest during the day probably contributed to the fact that I made some mental errors tonight. So just something you gotta learn from and move on, like anything. Real quick summary back from the airport, back at the apartment. Nothing seemed to go perfectly. Nothing seemed to go really well. I flew some maneuvers to PTS, but some weren't in PTS. And I'm supposed to be 2 to 3 flights away from a check right here, so it's a little bit disconcerting. Made a big mistake by pulling that prop of the wrong engine. It effectively could have killed the engine. I caught it about halfway, but my instructor, made sure I knew about it by pulling the power from the working engine and told me, well, what are you going to do now? It was a good example. It hit home. And it hit home either way, but you want everything to go well all the time because you're putting a lot of money into it. And for me, this is something I've always wanted to do with my life. So it's really hard when you have a crappy flight to, to get over it and move on. Excuse me. I have a bit of a hoarse throat, but what are you going to do? You can't relive the past. You can only learn from it. You're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you think you are. The old saying. So hopefully that saying's right. Because I sure wouldn't want to be as bad as I was tonight. Alright. Catch you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.